the behavioral definitions is one of the big significant things that creates conflict between people that doesn't have to be there. You know, my co-author and I once discovered that we had totally opposite strategies for dealing with being upset. If he's upset, he wants somebody to jump in, ask him a lot of questions, force him to process through it. And if I'm upset, I want people to leave me alone. So, with the best of intentions, he'd get upset, leave him alone, and he'd feel abandoned, needed somebody. I got upset. The guy would annoy me with questions. As soon as we found this out about each other, I asked my wife, "How would you know if I supported you in your art career?" Because she said I did, and I said I did, and vice versa in my career. Totally support for me was logistics and space. Support for her, validation. So I'm giving her logistics and space, but not the validation. She's giving me the validation, but not the space. These are behavioral definitions. You want to do it to others, you want to do it to you, but it's got to be in a way they understand. If it's not in the way they understand, you have good intentions, but you haven't quite did it yet. You always know it's a behavioral definition issue when somebody says you don't blank and you know you do. That's your signal. It's time to dig a little deeper. You got to have a conversation with them and find out, how would you know? How would you know I thought I would support you? Backtrack, clarify, backtrack, clarify. And how do you know that I don't support you? Backtrack, clarify. Because it could be one or the other or both. It could be you're doing something that is not supportive at all, or you're not doing something that would be supportive.